Welcome back, everyone. Now we are going to take off from where we left off in the last slide, where we had already went out to 41 feet and found out that we are not at the right location, or we had determined 41 feet is the right location, and we are currently at 35. So now what we're going to do is send our rod person out further. Now, as a general rule of thumb, if the ground is going up, the left or right or center line, and we are in a cut section, we don't want to send the rod person out as far. Now, if the ground is level, we would send it out to the calculated point, or if the ground is sloping off, well, then we would send the person out further. So therefore, let's go ahead and start by sending the rod person now to 41 feet. As we send the rod person out to 41 feet, you will note on slide 25 that we shoot a rod reading of 6.1 or actually a 6.1. So therefore we take the 10.02 rod reading and our grade rod and subtract the 6.1 rod reading from that to get a cut of 3.92. You then take the 3.92, multiply it times 3, remember that is the slope ratio of 3 to 1, and then add the 29 feet. We end up with a 40.8. A 40.8, and we are currently at 41 feet. So therefore we were within 2/10 of the actual grade. What I would do is move that 2/10 in, take the shot again. If the grade rod reading does not change, I would then determine this as the location of my slope stake. Remember, the slope staking process is a trial and error process, and it could be done multiple times to find the actual location. At this time, I would like to highlight some of the important things to remember when doing slope staking. First of all, one should determine the design grades from the construction documents. One should then determine the design template left and right of the center line. This would include any ditches and slopes that may be there in the actual design template. Then the surveyor must determine how they are going to establish the elevations in the ground. If this is done by GPS or some traditional means, you could use a standard level like we are using here. Once you do that, you would establish the elevation of the ground in the areas where you suspect the slope stake would be close. Then you compute the location of the slope stake using the processes we have just described, moving in or out from the center line in a trial and error process. Once you have determined that point, you then would set the actual stake location. Determine the location where the existing ground and the design finished ground intersect. If you found that point, you have found the location of the slope stake. Thank you.